What's up guys, WOOO here, back again with another Division 2 build video. Welcome back to today's build. This is not a skill build. Before you switch off and think, WOOO, no skill build, this is a hack. This is some kind of weird Chinese hack and I can't believe it's WOOO doing something a little bit different. Now with this build guys, this is a nice hybrid that goes around the subject of DPS. And not to mention what it does offer is some really nice big fat sexy heals. And I like heals, I like survivability, and especially on a skill build, guys. Yes, I'm sorry, this is not a skill build, but there are some skill elements that make this build very viable for not just solo content, but also in a group synergy. It is really, really nice. You can heal your teammates, and of course, heal yourself and keep yourself alive in the fight longer. This build, I use occasionally, and I thought, is this the time to share a build like this? So I've been using this literally all day, doing missions galore and random matchmakes, solo control points, and I'm in love with this build. There are very many different ways how to change this build that, you know, maybe suits your playstyle a little bit more. For me, this what works, and I really enjoy using this. So there's no right and wrong way, and how you build, given everyone's playstyle, is very, very different. But guys, if you enjoyed this build, you enjoyed the video, you know what to do, thumbs doodle, it helps. Guys, it does. And if you're new to the channel, drop the WOOO bomb on the sub button, ding that bell to be notified when I upload my shizzle. Peeps, let's WOOO this. Guys, this is the build. Now, there's a lot of red. And a lot of red just kind of makes me feel a bit uncomfortable because it's a lot of red. It is, guys. Now, I'm going to talk about some of the ways that you can roll with this. You can see this is like a nice kind of 50-50 split with this. It's kind of weird. Look at that little radius and that little circle. There's a lot of yellow and there's a lot of red, but in fact there are 4 reds. There are 2 yellows, 1 little yellow attribute, and 1 huge chunk of 11 reds. Guys, yes, this is a DPS build that has some nice elements of heals that keeps you in the game longer and also buffs your skills. So it makes your shield very, very strong for a certain period of time. Now, there are ways and means to tweak and twist this. For example, I'm using Firewall. I'm using Firewall for the extra little bit of damage. I like that. It helps me up close and personal. I can easily add on 100k crits quite easily. So up close and personal, this is very, very strong. From afar is also quite strong, and I do recommend it. Now what you could use is Technician. Use Technician, you're granted the extra +1 skill tier, then what happens then, you get 3 kills. Using the mechanical animal, you can see that in the weapon slot, primary. What happens then, is that you go into Overcharge. Yes guys, Overcharge, that's nice big fat heals, and of course, that shield which is going to be super duper strong. But for me, given this is quite a strong build anyway, I just wanted, in my opinion, I wanted to go down the Firewall route for the extra bit of damage because I'm missing out a bit of damage from the chest piece. I'll explain why I'm using this weird and wonderful build as I go through the pieces. But guys, yes, I am 4 offensive, 2 utility, and I will be skill tier 5 when I get some kills with my primary weapon on this build, which is what it's all about, to make my heal and my shield strong. Let's go for the build. Guys, I'm using Coyote's Mask. You don't have to use that. Again, just remember these pieces are interchangeable. This is a fantastic template to walk away and go, right, how can I tweak and twist this? What you could do, as an example, top of my head, you can use the Memento Backpack, which is decent. That one gives you that +1 skill tier. That means you can get to Overcharge. You miss out a little bit of crit, but still, you get some more armor, some more weapon damage. So yeah, that is a nice way to go. Guys, I've tested this and it does work nicely. For me, I want to invest in crit on this build and get as much crit as possible to really kick ass. Really kick ass. So I went for the Coyote's Mask and it works nicely for me. See, this is a God Sausage Rolled Coyote's Mask with an 11.9% critical damage offensive mod, guys. It's really good. Now the talent is Pack Instinct. You and all allies gain a bonus based on the distance of the last enemy you hit. So again, with this, most of your fights are going to be in that close range vicinity, or 15 to 25 at best. So you're going to get an extra 25% crit damage. Beautiful. In that 15 to 25 meters, you get an extra 10% crit chance and 10% crit damage. Again, fantastic. That puts me at max crit chance, and my crit damage on my mechanical animal about 180%. If it's 25 meters plus, it's 25% crit chance. Again, pointless really. It is pointless. It's good if you're using your secondary, which is the rifle. We'll go through that as we look at the pieces. Now, the holster is the Forge holster. And why am I using the Forge holster? It's a bit bizarre. Why, WOOO? I'll explain. So it's Richter and Kaiser GmbH. So with that, I get the skill tier. I get 20% income repairs. And that's perfect for my chem launch. That's 20% extra heal, which is great. Then there's that 50% shield health that makes my shield a bit stronger, given this is a, to be fair, a DPS build. So that gives my shield health that strong, and that again works nicely for this build. And 12% critical hit damage. I want to invest in crit chance crit damage on this build where possible. So you can, you're not shooting marshmallows, you're shooting some nice, sexy bullets. And the knee pads, of course, they are, Fox's Prayer. And this is perfect. Look at this, it's beautiful. It's 15% weapon damage, 8% damage to targets out of cover, and 12% critical hit damage. And of course, it's Overlord Armaments, which is 10% rifle damage. Great for my secondary. And again, that 8% damage to targets out of cover is good for my primary weapon also. The gloves, guys, this is a weird and wonderful pair. Now, again, you can roll whatever you want. You could use Seska for a bit more extra crit, but you're already at max, so yeah, it's pretty pointless. You could use Total Armor to get some more armor. There's something else you could potentially use, but I've used Empress International for that 10% skill health. Good for my shield. Again, so 50% from the Forge holster, then 10% from Empress. That is 60% shield health. And that's good, that's decent, that gives me some more survivability. And once I'm getting them kills with the mechanical, what's going to happen, my shield becomes stronger and stronger. This is crit chance and crit damage, the way to go. This is the 1 skill tier and 2 reds. Awesome. The backpack is the Grupo Sombra SA backpack, crit damage galore, 15% on that. It's weapon damage, crit chance, critical damage, 12% crit damage mod, and vigilance. Increases total weapon damage by 25%. Taking damage disables his buff for 4 seconds. Again, hiding behind that shield is good. So this is why Vigilance is strong on this build. Now you could, as I said, you could switch it for the Memento backpack. That would also do a great job with this. Where is it? This one here, that's quite good. You're picking up the weapon damage, bonus arm, and the skill efficiency. That also works with this build. It really does. I just went down the route of I want to stack as much damage as I can quickly. So I've gone for this. But again, Memento does work very nicely as a combination with this build. Then we have the chest piece, which is weird and wonderful. Let me go through this. It's Fenris Group AB, 10% assault rifle damage, max weapon damage, max crit damage, max crit chance, 11.9% crit damage mod, which is awesome, and kinetic momentum. You're thinking, why am I using this talent on this build? It doesn't work. It just doesn't synergize. But it does to me. Now you could use a damage dealing talent, and it would also give you some more damage. Of course it would. But what this gives you is this. When in combat, each skill generates a stack while active and on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1%. You don't need that, there's no skill damage, but skill repair by 2%. Up to 15 stacks per skill, lost when on cooldown. This will give you a huge heal back. And I mean huge. And let me demonstrate with this. Okay, so let's go. Where are we? Here we go. Let's go straight to this section here. Let's damage self. Again, this with no buffs. No buffs whatsoever. Can you see that? Pretty awesome, isn't it? It's pretty awesome. And that's why I like this. That gives you what, nearly 90% of your health back. With one drop. 90%. And again, with this, let me just kill some NPCs. Let's damage self. And again, easy. Easy. So you're stacking. You're skill tier 5 effectively. Because you've got those free kills very quickly, skill tier 5, so the skill drop of healing is awesome. It is awesome. So you've got that huge survivability. Huge amount of survivability with this. Again, Memento backpack would also come in quite handy. That's why I suggested that. It's another good way to roll. Again, there's more survivability with the armor as well. So that is, again, a different option avenue you can go down. I just like vigilance because I want that damage, instant damage. Instant damage. And with the shield, it helps that. So that's why I went down the Vigilance route. But still, it's beautiful, guys. It really is. So Kinetic Momentum, again, weird and wonderful. Doesn't really go on a chest piece like this, but the synergy actually works with this build. Again, quite awesome. Let's go through the weapons. Primary weapon is the Mechanical Animal. You see, guys, assault rifle damage, health damage, damage to armor. Fusion weapon kills grant 1 skill tier for 19 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. Weapon kills at skill tier 6 grants overcharge for 15 seconds. Overcharge cooldown is 90 seconds. Again, with this, I'm using Firewall for the extra damage. However, go with Technician. You get an extra skill tier. You will reach overcharge. So every 90 seconds, you can effectively get overcharged pretty quickly. So that is another way to roll on this build. I'm not too sure how to look at the stacks. Look at your gun. You can see we've got 0. Now you can see we've got 1. There's 2. And there's 3. So you can see now on the hood, we've got 3 kills there. You can see where the stacks that you're at. So you're skill tier 2 with this. So this will put you at skill tier 5. Nice. Beautiful. Let's go back to the build. So Mechanical Animal, let's look at the mods. Is crit chance, rounds, crit chance, and critical hit chance, of course. And then we have the Resolute MK47. There's very many different ways and weapons you can use. Use whatever you freaking like. I don't care. I like this. It worked very nicely for me upon testing this. There is weapons that will do some nice work. Of course they will. What I like with this, 1, rifle damage, crit damage. Again, trying to build that crit damage up, which is great. It's got that 10% damage targets out of cover. Brilliant. But of course, it is in sync. In sync. Hitting an enemy grants 15% skill damage, 5 seconds. Okay, I'm going to get that. But again, it's that 15% extra weapon damage, which is nice. Which is nice. And it's 30%. And with that in sync, let's just switch that now. And that's procs. See these, some of these headshots now, 1.439 million. So you get an extra 15% quite easily. And let's do this. Let's do this again. Again, that goes up. You can see that's some nice damage with this. And from a distance, again, you'll get that nice bit of crit chance as well. Crit chance, crit damage, awesome. Again, as with all builds, build whatever you feel comfortable with. I like the Resolute MK47, it works nice. I'm used to the Harmony, that's perhaps why. Crit chance, critical hit damage for the 10%, which is the Firewall spec exclusive. Crit damage again, and rounds on the mag. Let's go through the skills. Shield. 11% bonus damage. This is why I've gone in Firewall for the extra 11% damage. Up close and personal. Nice damage. There is health for 3341871. In the range, this doesn't fluctuate once I'm getting them kills. It is what it is. But this will go up. Skill tier 5. So let's go through the skill tiers, if we can do that. If it let me. It won't let me. So let's have a look. So yeah, you can get down to skill tier 6 with this. Sorry, skill tier 5, skill tier 6 with Technician. You'll get some extra active regen, some more holstered regen. Buff strength as well, it's more damage, and the shield health will just go up through the roof, and that's a good way to go on this build. It is nice. It is truly nice. Okay, let's just do this. See if this works now. Okay, so it's skill tier 5. You get 50% active regen. You get 200% shield health, 200%, nice. 25% holstered regeneration, and the buff strength 1.8%. Beautiful. If you want to go for the skill tier 6, you get a bit extra, a little bit extra. But for me, I'd prefer Firewall. That's just up to you. But again, guys, it is what it is. My primary skill is the lovely Chem Launcher, which is great. Works very nicely with this, and of course, given I am doing some damage as well, and I'm stacking my skill tiers, it'll mean everything gets reduced a little bit. And of course, let's just take a look. I'll get skill tier 5. That's 50% radius, a bigger radius, and 100% heal. So get a much better, stronger heal. The mods on these are heal and ammo. And on the shield, very simply, it is, let's just check this out. Shield health, damage bonus, and shield health again. But again, it's up to you guys, whatever you prefer on this setup. Let's go through the stats before we do anything else. So with this lovely jubbly weapon here, which is the mechanical animal, 49% crit chance. Again, Coyotes is just going to elevate that to max crit chance. And then we have 167.4% critical hit damage. Again, that's a base. That will be stronger and more powerful given Coyotes mask. Again, perfect. 69.1% weapons damage. We have 40% AR damage. Again, this is a nice way to go. 25% rifle damage. That's awesome. Let's just switch the weapon out on this. So on my MK47, I have 39% crit chance, nearly 200% crit damage. You can invest a bit more crit chance if you wanted to. Again, it's entirely up to you. But the reason I've left it at that is because most of the firefights with the MK40 distance. Again, that will grant me 10% extra crit chance and crit damage. Or if it's at 25 meter plus, it is 25% crit chance. So at max and beyond. So that's why I've opted for around about 40% crit chance with this setup. So again, there's no armor on kills, no armor regen, there's no hazard protection, we get that. We have a nice shield with some nice incoming repairs. Again, only 20%, but still, given we go with the skill tiers, that chem launcher and that shield are going to be much stronger, and that's why I've opted for this bad boy setup, which is open to interpretation, it really is. Again, you can lose some damage, get memento on there, maybe stack some damage in the same process, that's up to you. But guys, I love this build, so much fun, and you can be a little bit squishy if you decide to go in full bore, so don't, just be careful, be selective with how you approach on this build, but you master this build, you are laughing. You've got huge survivability given the heals, huge, and some nice damage from crit, and of course vigilance on the backpack. But guys, as always, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do, thumbs doodle. I will see you in the next one.